Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm having another conversation. Today I'm joined by the lovely Julia. Hello, Julia.
Hello, Richard.
It's been a while since, apart from on the Vobes show, which is a different entity, that we've had you out and about, although we're not technically out and about.
Yeah. The last time I was out and about, I was, still pregnant.
You were still pregnant. In fact, the last one we saw you on was when we were bark rubbing.
That's right. And that very same day I was in hospital.
That's an interesting story in itself. There we were, we'd made the film, bark rubbing, we'd been in the park near, and you only had an appointment just to sort of check on the baby's size. And then suddenly they said, we want to induce you.
Yep.
That was quite a...
Very sudden, wasn't
it? And quite an emotional moment as well.
It was, yes.
Because you weren't really ready to give birth, because you were, 2 weeks early?
Yeah.
But we have here with us, you can't see very well, but the lovely little baby Joseph, who is doing really well.
He is.
So I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a conversation on what it's like to be a mum again. You've got one boy who's nearly 9?
Yeah, he'll be 9 in December.
Wow. So nearly 9 in December, that's a long time between having a second baby. Now, I know, of course, plenty of mothers out there do have a second baby later on in life. And when I had mine, I've got 3, so I've got boy, girl, boy, as you know. But there was about a couple of years, 18 months or so, between each one. So I can't imagine what it's like when you've got past the nappy stage, you've got past the primary school, well, you're at primary school stage, you're past the nursery school stage, and now all of a sudden, there you are, you've got your freedom, you're out and about with me, we're working on videos, and then wallop.
Back to square one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that tough?
A little, but I mean, this time around, it's, I'm much more relaxed about it this time around. It's much more enjoyable.
Yes.
So,
I suppose
I appreciate everything that's going on this time.
Yes, I suppose first time round, it's everything is new.
Yeah, and it's so stressful. I mean, it's stressful anyway, but it's so much more stressful when you don't know what you're doing.
No, quite. And I guess every time the baby, his face goes a bit red because he's trying to sort of deal with it.
Oh, what's going on? What do I do? Yeah. This time it's like, oh, yeah.
Whereas now
squeezing a poop out.
Yeah, a little bit more blasé, which is great. And of course, I suppose, and you've got all that experience about changing nappies and dealing with all the squeamish and yucky parts.
Yeah, and the feeding times and cycles. And...
So I think the first thing that I seem to remember, I mean, obviously I'm not a woman, so I've not actually had the baby and I can't breastfeed, is that when we had them, it was the broken nights. Mm-hmm. And of course, both parents, in theory, should get involved. And I know that with you, both of your, not your parents, but both of you, you and your husband get involved with little Joseph at night time, because it's something you just have to share.
Yeah, if not, one of you is going down.
Yeah.
And that's everything done then, isn't it?
So are you coping with the broken sleep?
Just about.
Yeah. I mean, you look great.
That's what the magic of makeup can do.
I need some for me then.
Nah, you're lovely.
Thank you. So sleep is, this goes on. How old is Joseph now? He's 3 and a bit weeks?
What day are we today? We're a Saturday. So actually he is 3 weeks today.
3 weeks old today. That is amazing.
Sorry, 4 weeks today.
Oh, 4 weeks. So he's a month.
Yeah.
That is amazing. It's hard to believe that it was a month ago.
Yeah.
Goodness. So
strange. Feels like I've had him forever, but yeah.
But not.
But only a month.
So that whole period of being pregnant, at first, am I pregnant? Am I not pregnant? Then you get the results. Yes, you're pregnant. Then obviously you're pregnant. And we were running about, and then, towards the last couple of months, you're feeling that we can't go too far on the walks.
Yeah, I mean, it takes more and more of a toll on the body.
And because you need to be near
space within your bodily cavity.
Yes, the bladder needs to be attended to more frequently and all of that. And so we were reducing what we did. And then you have the baby. And of course, there's that whole period now for, I suppose, this initial month, this two months before you can really get out and about and do things, because you had a caesarean section.
Yes.
Which of course, that takes
Sadly.
its toll on the body because you've got to recover. So that means what? You can't drive.
Yep.
You can't lift very. I mean, I remember when I visited you in hospital, and the nurse came round and reminded you, says your baby is 4 pounds 6 ounces, which is very, very light, really, for a baby. And they said you can't lift when you go home. You can't lift more than 4 pounds 6 ounces.
Yeah, you can only lift as much as the baby. If
Which
it's
is-
heavier than the baby, don't pick it up.
Yeah, that's.
But of course, that's impossible to do because, I mean, life must go on. You've
Yes.
still got to pick up, the baby in his carrier or...
But of course, all the time, as the weeks pass, you're getting stronger and stronger, so you can lift more.
Yeah, push more boundaries, you mean.
Yeah. So do you have to go back to the doctor and get a sort of clearance to say you've recovered?
No, I mean, you don't...
You just know.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can, perform an emergency brake without having to clutch your scar.
Oh, when driving?
Yes, when driving, then you're all right to drive.
Right.
But that's the key part, as long as you can keep both hands on the wheel and not have to grab for your stomach if you would have to do an emergency stop.
So it's just easing back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, when you got pregnant and you said to me, Richard, I'm pregnant, and it was like, whoa, congratulations, and all of this. Of course, at the back of my mind, as the Bald Explorer making these videos and having met you, nearly 2 years ago, thinking, but you're my right-hand man, or right-hand woman, and you're very much part of the Bald Explorer. What are we going to do? So, it was a sort of bittersweet moment because I thought, oh, no, you're not going to be able to do anything. But you've assured me that you don't want anything more to do with the Bald Explorer. Is that right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
No, you said that, no, it's not going to stop you. You want to get back out and make stuff, which I know I'm very excited, and I'm sure that the rest of the audience are equally excited by that because you make such a great contribution to what we do.
Bless you.
And, of course, I know from the comments people are missing you. So that's...
You're doing away.
Yeah, they're missing you.
But I miss you too.
So we are going to get out and about, and we planned, this was a bit sneaky on my part really, because I thought there's 2 reasons for this. We planned to go on a 7-day canal boat trip. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, this made for an interesting series of vlogs, an interesting series of videos about where we go, the sort of behind the scenes of the domestic crisis, if you like. But also, it would ease you back into doing stuff. You'd be away from your husband and your son. Not that that's a good thing as your eldest son. Not because that's a good thing, but it means it gives you a break from having to worry about them. Have a week off. And I know that canal boats is your thing.
I do love canal boats. I do love being on the water.
So
and like pootling along.
So we have to take things at ease. And of course, with a newborn baby, he's not crawling around. So he's not going to suddenly, slip over the side or go swimming on his own.
Yeah, that was hairy. Taking Elijah, my eldest, for his first and the next 6 canal boating holidays.
Oh, right.
He's a hurricane if you hadn't worked that out.
Yeah, he runs around a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
when he's not at his
when he's not on a computer. So so that's quite interesting. So we won't have to worry. We can have him in his cot or in a crib or whatever, and he won't be doing that. And also, I know that you've got a sling.
Yeah.
So you can carry him around very easily when we go visiting. Or of course, he's got the pram. So at this stage, he's not going to be a huge problem for Bald Explorer videos, which is certainly reassuring for me because there's nothing better, I think, than going out with somebody, and it's always enjoyable going out with the lovely Julia.
Oh.
So, and now the lovely Joseph. So they come as a duo now, which will be interesting. So very much looking forward to that. And then, of course, as time goes on, of course, we'll be going to the trees, the woods, the parks, the landscape, looking at nature. And it'll be interesting to see how, new life takes to the world, because in a way it is human nature. So that all bodes well. But anyway, it's nice to get you back on the screen.
It's nice to be back on the screen.
And I hope it's not all... So has the last few weeks been okay?
It has. It's been a whirlwind. Yeah, I've accepted every single offer of, can I come and visit you? I'm like, yes, please do. Because that was the
course, yeah.
mistake I made with the first child I had, is I cut myself off, and,
Yes.
and then people stopped offering and things.
Do you know, that's exactly what, when I was married and we had our first born, that's what we did. We thought it was so precious. We didn't want anyone else muscling in. We didn't want anybody else telling us how to bring up the child, because everybody has their own way. But actually, the second and third, we were only too grateful to have people who would just give us some space, because also you've got another child at that point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to the new stuff that we've got coming up. So thank you so much, Julia, for coming in.
And thank you for having me.
And thank you to Joseph for making an appearance. He's so good. He's such a sweet, quiet little baby. He doesn't cause too much problems, does he?
No.
So, and when he's not on screen, rest assured he will be writing the scripts that we've got. So
Yeah, it's got to be better than we
yeah.
together.
So, ba-ba-da-ba-ga-ga-ga, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, become a patron, give us a thumbs up. Does he do a
Can we
thumbs
get a
up?
thumbs up? Can we get a thumbs up?
A thumbs up from Joseph, and I'll be back again
No, I
out and
can't.
about somewhere. And if you like this format of having these informal chats, then do let me know and we'll do more. We'll pepper them along. In the meantime, as the little boy is waking up, we'll say thanks very much for watching and
Bye for
goodbye.
now.
Bye-bye for now.